Hello, suckers! Welcome to Toon'd In. I'm Josh the Fox Mills, and I review cartoons, fool! No matter how new, no matter how old, no matter the cost! Folks, if you're a celebrity, and if it's the 1980s, then you've got your own cartoon series. I'm not even kidding. They gave everybody with the slightest bit of charisma their own cartoon show. Have you ever wanted to see Mr.T travel across the country with a bunch of kids solving mysteries? Well, congratulations, all one of you! That's exactly what we're going to look at today. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr.T, the animated series. Starting in 1983 and lasting until 1986 with 30 episodes. Mr.T was a cartoon that lasted a surprisingly long time on NBC. Based on the retired professional wrestler turned actor Mr.T, this cartoon has him as a coach for a gymnastics team. Yeah, because when I look at Mr.T I think, gee, he sure looks good at gymnastics. As the team travels around the world, they get involved and eventually solve various mysteries. They travel around the world. They must take a boat for international travel. I know how Mr.T gets around planes.
Hey man, I ain't getting on no airplane, and that's it.
Yeah, unlike this pig, he's not flying. Naturally, Mr.T voices himself, and also appears in live-action segments at the beginning of each episode to talk about that episode, and at the end to do a moral of the story. It's a simple and corny show, pretty standard for the era. The cast is as diverse as cartoon characters can get. They had Caucasian characters, African American characters, Asian American characters, Mexican American characters, and a few female American characters. What? How is that sexist? I guess. Also, they have a bulldog named Bulldozer who sports a Mr.T mohawk. They must have been hit with one of those grenades from World of Warcraft. Apart from their race-gender combo, each character had one or two details about them, and then that's it for their entire character development. Granted, it's better than a lot of shows of the era, but it still feels like they were concentrating on making many characters rather than developing a few. With a mystery-solving group cartoon, it's hard not to call it a Scooby-Doo ripoff, but Mr.T tried to give you realistic mysteries. Most of the time. Other times, they tried to tackle world hunger. I don't think a bunch of kids or Mr.T can keep all of Africa from going hungry, however awesome Mr.T is. Then again, if we have Mr.T's old webcomic to go by, he'd just grab world hunger and throw it hella far. I recommend you look up the Mr.T Versus series, if you can. It's an old meme, so it might be hard to find, but most of it was pretty funny. Mr.T is probably the one with the most charisma in this series, but that's because it's just him being himself, and also a gymnastics coach. Well, I thought I'd be having more fun than this. When one of my fans requested I review this weird Mr.T cartoon, where nobody had any nipples, I knew I had to check it out. I don't know why mentioning a lack of nipples was important. I mean, it's true, but that was true of many shows, including He-Man. Thank you for making me think about He-Man's nipples! When is your next episode coming out? When I'm done with it, mother! Anyway, there's nothing to say about this series. It was dull and basic, and Mr.T himself could only save it for so long.
What does the fox say?
The Mr.T cartoon was very message-based, and it eventually started to sacrifice the plot to spread that message. Maybe I'm too critical, but I couldn't stay entertained. And the worst crime a show could commit is be boring. I'm sorry, Mr.T. I like you, but I don't like your show. Next week, I hope I can get something I can work with. Let's look at the schedule. Chuck Norris Karate Commandos. Stay tuned.